A very frequent question I get asked is, hey Russell, can I buy my parents' primary residence from them with a 1031 exchange? The shorter answer is no, you can't, because it's what we call a related party exchange. Anytime you're selling to or buying from a related party, the IRS is suspicious. They think you're doing that to avoid a failed exchange and having to pay tax. And because of that, they've created very restrictive rules. And in fact, there's actually one state, because of these rules, there's one state in the United States, you can't even do an exchange. Nobody in that state can do a 1031 exchange. You want to guess what that state is? Yeah, it's Arkansas. Everybody's related. Just kidding. Sorry, my Arkansas peeps. So a related party in the IRS's eyes is if you look in your family as in the shape of a cross, right? So it's parents, grandparents, kids, grandkids, brothers, sisters, all related parties. Aunts, uncles, nephews, nieces, not related parties. From a business standpoint, what's related? Any entity you have a greater than 50% interest in is a related party. So selling to a related party with a 1031 exchange, not that big of a deal. You just want to make sure you're selling to that related party at fair market value, right? Now, buying from a related party, that's an issue. The IRS does not like that one. And in fact, the only way you can buy from a related party, actually there's two ways. One is if they have an actual business purpose for selling to you, which in the IRS's eyes means they're also doing a 1031 exchange. They're not cashing out of that asset. So if they're doing a full 1031 exchange with the proceeds from the sale of that property that you're buying as your replacement property, you can buy it from them. But if I'm buying my parents' primary residence, I can't buy that because it doesn't qualify 1031. They can't do an exchange. So I couldn't buy that if it's their primary residence. The second way I can buy from a related party is if there's what they call, if there is no basis shift. What I mean by that is if I'm going to sell my property and not do an exchange, maybe I'd be paying $200,000 in actual taxes. Well, I'm going to do an exchange, so I'm not going to pay the $200,000 in taxes. I'm going to defer it, right? Well, my parents that I want to buy their rental property from, if they sell it and cash out, they're going to pay $300,000 in taxes. So they're going to pay more in taxes than I would have if I didn't do an exchange. That's okay. There's no basis shift there. So the IRS is totally okay with that one. But those are the only two ways. So in most cases, you cannot buy from a related party. But it is a little convoluted. So if you are thinking of selling to or buying from a related party, what are you going to do? The correct answer is call me. That's your 1031 tip for today.